Every anime genre explained in 12 minutes.
Shonen is one of the biggest anime genres, even though it's the most misunderstood, because it's
Dragon Ball.
not actually an anime genre. Shonen directly translates to boy, meaning that it's less of a genre
Oh, it's a boy, it's a cute boy.
and more of a demographic. And even though shonen is technically
I thought Dragon Ball was for men, but no, it's for boys.
targeted towards young boys, a huge amount of people outside that demographic also consume a shonen anime, making it a pretty useless distinction when trying to
I'm a young boy.
differentiate them. For example, Death Note and Chainsaw Man are both published in shonen magazine,
Death Note is for kids. Death Note is for kids.
making them both technically shonen even though their tones and
Real men watch Konosuba.
themes couldn't be farther apart. This makes shonen a very nebulous term when describing anime, but anime fans will still use shonen as a genre. But
I think they don't use that in Japan.
when you hear this, you can assume that they are usually talking about battle shonen. This is an actual genre because it does consist of shonen anime where the
Boys fighting.
primary focus is on battles, usually with
Little boys fighting.
superhuman abilities like My Hero Academia or Bleach. The first modern battle shonen
I hate every character. I hate every main character from Bleach. Ishida, I hate him. Inoue, I hate her. Chad, I hate him.
that popularized the
I like Rukia.
genre would probably be Dragon Ball. Examples of great battle shonen that follow in Dragon Ball's footsteps would be Hunter x Hunter or Naruto.
Hunter x Hunter is the best shonen.
Examples of more mature shonen would be Full Metal Alchemist or Death Note. Comedy anime are all about making you laugh, but usually get a bad
I think the best comedy anime is Scat Dance.
rap
Scat Dance, Gintama, and Yurusei Yatsura.
from the anime community for, well, not making us laugh. But it's important to remember that as
I love Gintama.
English viewers, we lose a lot of context when an anime is translated. Sometimes Japanese humor relies on
Where are the subs?
wordplay to inject humor into an exchange, which can often get lost on us. Another
I don't like to watch it dub because dub, I don't know, it never works because you can feel the real feeling when you're watching subbed.
gripe anime fans have with a lot of comedy anime is that they'll heavily rely
Oh, accidentally I put my face on your balloons.
on a single joke, with changes only happening to the surrounding context or situation. But this isn't always a bad
Poor guys. 5 naked girls punching him every day.
thing. Examples of good comedy anime that focus on a single punchline are One Punch Man or Sakamoto-kun. Examples of
Sakamoto-kun is really good. It's really funny.
other good comedy anime that don't rely on a single joke would be
There's an episode that he walks on the on the walls.
Nichijou or Psyche K. Seinen is a much less recognized
I'm a man.
Nice try.
I want to watch seinen.
term to most casual anime viewers, but it essentially just translates to
The Berserk song.
youth, as in it is targeted towards young adults, specifically
Yeah, we're men. We like men.
adult males.
We are men. We like to see other men without shirts.
Seinen is again not a genre, but instead a demographic. An easy way to tell if a manga is published in a seinen magazine is if they directly use the word young. One of the most widely
Young animal.
known seinen manga, Berserk, was originally published
What is this name?
in a magazine called Young Animal, which often contains pinups along chapters
Wow,
of the manga. Because seinen manga are targeted towards an older audience,
my nose is bleeding.
they often deal with much darker themes and
Slaver revenge
storylines.
boobies. The 3 things that I need to watch in anime.
Examples of this are Vinland Saga, where themes of revenge and slavery are prominent, and Berserk,
And
which
boobies.
is personally my favorite
What's your favorite anime genre? Boobies.
thing of all
Oh, looking at the stars.
time. Sci-fi is an anime genre with a heavy emphasis on technology or futuristic elements, and it is significantly different from Western sci-fi. Sci-fi used to be a very
I've been watching Space Adventure Cobra. It's a good anime from the 80s. It's really good.
popular genre in anime, most likely originating with the anime Astro Boy. However, the golden age of sci-fi is widely regarded to be in the 80s and 90s, meaning that many anime fans aren't well versed in the best sci-fi.
They don't like sci-fi anymore. The best sci-fi anime is from the 80s. I think the 90s have like Ghost in the Shell and what else? Zero Experiments Lane and Evangelion, and let me think. But 80s have like Akira and Space Cobra, Dirty Bear. There's a lot of good stuff. there was one that is called I forgot the name. Crusher Joe.
By anime, including Akira, Ghost in the Shell, and Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop. Oh, okay.
It's worth noting that shows like these popularized the cyberpunk genre across the world, which is
Akira is so beautiful.
why I would point you towards cyberpunk edgerunners if you're looking for a modern sci-fi anime. Slice of life is a
Yes, the best genre.
controversial genre among anime fans that most avoid
Why controversial?
because a lot of people find it boring. The general idea
Oh, Lucky Star is impossible to follow because they talk so fast. It's so hard to follow.
of slice of life is, like the name implies, to capture a slice of someone's regular day-to-day life. It's usually characterized by a much slower
They're never taking a shit.
pace with more emphasis on what we would consider mundane experiences. Some people think that slice of life means no development happens across the series, but
But it's like life. No development happens in life.
that's not necessarily true. Oftentimes the genre is paired with comedy, drama, or romance.
The slice of life is the mixture of the three best genres: comedy, romance, and drama. I don't care. Those are the three best genres in anime.
Early slice of life anime that were very influential include Azumanga Daioh, Hidamari Sketch, and Lucky Star. If you
When you say I watch anime like Berserk or Monster, and they try to find, whoa, okay, what else do you watch? Azumanga Daioh, a new show, I don't know, to your grandfather. Grandfather, let's watch Azumanga Daioh with me and Hidamari Sketch and Lucky Star.
you want a modern
This is for men. This is for the true men.
slice of life to enjoy, I would recommend
This is really seinen.
Kobayashi Dragon Maid or Nanon
No, Dragon Maiden. No.
Story. Romance is another controversial genre
They never kiss. This is fake.
because often takes way too long for anything to actually happen.
Yeah, they can hold hands like after 10 decades.
Relationship-wise, but this can be chalked up to cultural differences. In Western shows, the romance genre isn't necessarily about whether the couple will get together.
Yeah, it's just already putting the nature on place.
About if their relationship will stand the
Doing the nature stuff.
test of time. But with romance anime, it's more often about if the relationship will happen at all. That's why oftentimes a romance anime will take its time getting the main characters together.
It's better. It's better. I think it's cute. I don't like when they end up together like in the beginning. I like when they hate each other. But it's so cliche to hate each other in the beginning and they start liking each other, but it's cute.
There are also many common tropes in which
I like when they're both psychopaths and they hate each other and they hate humanity and they need to have, I don't know, love.
person mishears the other confession, causing the entire relationship
Kaguya-sama, they're both psychopaths. No,
Dynamic.
they're not.
to be reset. This can be frustrating, and personally, I hate the trope too. So if you want some good romance anime that's
No, I hate this. When they can't kiss because something happens.
still take a while to develop, but don't use those tropes, check out Kaguya-sama or Golden Time. If you want a
Good in Time is no. Oh my god. I have nostalgia about this because I've watched this a long time ago.
romance anime that's more akin to Western TV shows, check out Horimiya, although I will say that I think the manga is better. Isekai literally translates to different or other world. It's
This is where you know you're a weeble.
technically a subgenre of fantasy that revolves around a person from our world
When you like this bullshit, you know that you're a weeble.
being transported into a fantasy one. This can happen through many different ways, but in isekai it usually happens using a portal or reincarnation. While many people think of isekai as a modern genre, it's actually a very old genre. The idea of going to another world was always a popular one. I mean, think about it. Alice in Wonderland came out in
It's the first isekai. Narnia, it's another isekai.
1865.
Harry Potter is an isekai.
Really the first isekai if you ask me. But if we're talking about modern
The Bible is an isekai.
isekai anime, the originator can actually be traced back to Zero no Tsukaima.
Zero Tsukaima. There's when you know that you were a weeaboo. When you like an isekai that the guy goes to another world to be tortured in a bat to a tsundere. And it's my dream.
which helped popularize Naruto web novels. If you want to learn more about the history of modern isekai, check out the video I made
I want to be humiliated by a tsundere
on that subject. But basically, Zero no Tsukaima fanfiction is actually what inspired light novels like ReZero, which in turn inspired stories like Mushoku Tensei. However, the popularity of adapting light novels into anime really began with Sword Art Online and its huge success, despite the fact that SAO isn't really an isekai to begin with. Fantasy is a very all-encompassing term for any story with fantastical elements. This means that it can actually include shonen fantasy like Hunter x Hunter or Full Metal Alchemist, but it also includes high fantasy like Frieren. It covers dark fantasy like Claymore or Berserk, but it also covers historical fantasy like Demon Slayer.
Oh my god, I like it all. I like it all. I was silent because I was trying to find which one of these I like more, but I like all of the dark fantasy is cool, historical. Oh my god, I like all of them. It's hard for me because I love all those types.
Or Inuyasha. While in the West, we tend to think of fantasy.
I like shonen because they're yelling and punching in the face.
Is mainly just high fantasy. This is because Tolkien's works have been so influential to our art. In anime,
Lord of the Rings is a shonen.
fantasy usually takes inspiration from a number of things.
It's a battle shonen.
So in a certain sense, you could say that fantasy is one of the biggest genres in anime as a whole, and for that reason, it's hard to give a specific recommendation for the genre. Shoujo is another demographical term and not necessarily a genre. It directly translates to girl.
This is for the real man.
So shoujo anime are more often targeted towards
real men don't watch Cowboy Bebop. Real men watch Sailor Moon.
Younger girls. Shoujo anime tend to be romances or dramas, but a big subgenre that emerged from shoujo is the magical girls genre, where girls transform into superheroes with magic powers. One of the first examples of a shoujo anime is Sally the Witch, who is technically a
I don't know this.
magical girl. However, not all magical girl anime are shoujos, as again, shoujo is a demographic and not a genre-defining term. Other important shoujo anime include The Rose of Versailles and Sailor Moon. If I had
Rose of Versailles, I need to watch this.
to pick a shoujo series that acts as a sort of originating point for modern shoujo, I might pick Fruit Baskets or Sailor
I don't like this. I like this, but I don't. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Moon. But to be honest, as a guy, I don't really watch much shoujo, and I'm pretty unqualified to talk about this in particular. So if anyone in the
you're not a man. If you are a true man, you watch only shoujo.
comments has a better idea of what series really popularized modern shoujo, let me know. Anyway, recommendations for modern shoujo that I enjoy would be Yona of the Dawn and My Next Life as a Villainess, which is actually a
What a title.
new subgenre of isekai that involves someone entering the world of a dating sim for women, but as the
What? I don't want to watch this.
I also suspect that this villainess subgenre
I don't want to choose what hot. I don't want to choose what hot guy I want the most. I don't want to do this.
will continue to grow.
I like the blue hair one.
Josei is another demographical term, but it translates to woman, meaning
Nana song.
that most Josei anime are targeted towards adult women. However, like shonen and seinen, the lines between shoujo and Josei are very blurry. In fact,
If she smokes a cigarette, it's a josei.
the thumbnail for this video
If she has a depression, no, the both has depression.
uses Nana
Both
as a
have a depression.
Josei anime, but Nana is actually a shoujo anime because it was published in a shoujo magazine. Now, the reason I still put in the thumbnail
Naked people
was because I haven't actually
having love.
watched any major Josei anime, and this is the only mature shoujo anime I've tried.
She smokes, so it's josei.
That being said, I can't give any great recommendations, so I'm just using my Animalist catalog here, and using that, good modern Josei.
When I choose something to watch on my anime list, I like low rating stuff with the lowest rate possible. If it's below 6, it means it's good.
Anime to try would be Chihayafuru and Rakugo Shinju. Sports anime is one of the oldest and long-lasting genres, usually depicting
I hate sports. I'm a sedentary.
a high school or collegiate sports team and their
I'm a lazy person. I don't like sports.
journey. Because sports anime vary widely based on the sport itself,
I only watched, I don't know, Kuroko Basket.
they are all pretty
It's good. Every character has a different color of hair. So
different, but if I were to point to a show that exemplifies modern
they have power. Kuroko no Basket is so weird because the blue hair guy, he can be invisible, but everybody's seeing him, but he feels invisible.
Sports anime, it would be Slam Dunk. The Slam Dunk manga
Slam Dunk, I need to see this.
single-handedly increased the popularity of basketball across Japan. And in the same vein, Haikyuu has done the same for men's volleyball across Japan. These are examples of more realistic
Haikyuu is so popular.
sports anime though, and it's worth noting that there are more unrealistic sports anime where
Here in Brazil, Haikyuu is really popular.
characters border on the line of superhuman.
Blue Lock's popular here too.
Prince of Tennis and Kuroko no Basket are good examples
But Haikyuu is more popular.
of shows like this, where characters are pulling off insane moves that aren't usually possible. If you want a good modern sports anime,
I think Haikyuu probably is the one of the most popular anime here in Brazil.
I would personally recommend Blue Block, although I think the manga is better. Ecchi is a slang
Yeah, now it's the man's.
term in the Japanese
Now it's the time for the real man.
language that means
The real perverts. The real demented people.
different things in different
Demented perverts.
context. It can be an adjective meaning sexy, dirty, or naughty. It can be a verb meaning to have sex, and it can even be a noun where someone is basically a pervert. Ecchi as a genre is characterized by hypersexualized moments in a show, often dubbed as fan service,
It's so ridiculous that it's to the point it becomes funny.
where the plot will bend backwards to force its characters in.
What? It never happens. Something like that never happens in someone's life.
Certain positions. Although shows can have a little bit of fan service and not be an ecchi, when a show regularly
Kill la Kill, they need to be naked. It's like part of the plot.
pounds these scenes to the viewer or places emphasis on the sexual themes in the show, it qualifies as an ecchi. Now, it's worth noting that ecchi isn't really a genre you'll find on its own, because if you only wanted sexual content in a show, then, well, you might as well watch hentai.
Alright guys, I just got these brand new headphones.
Mecha is a very old subgenre of
Wow, imagine ecchi mecha, like giant robots, but they have big boobies, and they make love, and but they're robots, but mecha giant robots, but they're sexy, and they become like Hazukashi when you see them in the bathroom, something like that.
sci-fi that's all about giant robots. A big reason that it's gotten so popular is because of the toys that were marketed towards Japanese citizens. In Mecha, there are
Mecha is so cool. I wish I liked Mecha, but I don't know. It's hard for me to watch it.
two main subgenres: Super Robot and
I like Gurren Lagann and Evangelion, and what else? Code Geass is Mecha too, and I don't remember the other ones.
Real robots. Super robots often refer to supersized, impossible-looking mechas.
People say on the internet that Ratatouille is a real mecha. I think it is.
While real robots try and match real-world physics and limitations. Before Gundam, super robots were the most popular subgenre, but Mobile Suit Gundam caused a revolution
Gundam will last forever. One day they're gonna make real Gundams.
in the mecha genre, popularizing the real robot. However, that wasn't the end of the super robot genre. Evangelion popularized the super robot genre once again. And although the mecha genre is still widely popular,
It's strange because the mecha in Evangelion they're like they're really weird.
owing favors to super fans
Not
who buy and
completely mechanical.
build Gunplas, its popularity has definitely dwindled in the last decade. If you want recommendations of solid mecha shows today, I would recommend you Evangelion and one of my all-time favorites, Code Geass. More modern iterations of Gundam
I find it strange because they're trying to make a revolution in Code Geass, and they're still going to school. I don't know.
that are supposedly good are Iron-Blooded Orphans and The Witch from Mercury. The
You
music
can't miss class. The Japan's like that. The world is falling, but you need to go to school.
anime genre is a little interesting, because in the West, many of us associate the music genre with musicals, where characters will break out into song and dance like in Disney movies. But
I don't remember a music anime that I've watched.
from my knowledge, there are very few anime that
I don't
are
remember.
actual
I don't remember.
musicals, which is probably a cultural difference. When music is heavily used in an anime, it's because the anime's focus is on
Now I remember. You're Lying April.
music itself. So it's better to think
I watched that.
of music as a genre like sports, where the main characters are usually involved in making the music themselves. Popular anime in the music genre include Love Live, which started the anime idol trend, K-On!, which greatly popularized this slice of
These two are the real masters of the work. The Samurai Weeble anime. K-On!
life and music genres. And if you want a modern music anime that's mixed with comedy, I would really recommend Bocchi the Rock. The
Bocchi the Rock. This is my favorite anime. Bocchi the Rock.
genre is a
This is the real thing. This is the real thing.
a subgenre of romance that heavily focuses on polyamorous relationships, typically with one male and many females.
This is how it's supposed to be.
Sometimes the genre can be twisted into a reverse harem.
This is just reality, how things should work.
Where the woman is a main character with multiple male love interests. Personally, I'm still waiting for the bisexual terror that is a mixed harem, but anime is clearly too scared to do that. Harem as a genre gained
Oh, imagine everybody kissing everybody and...
popularity due to dating simulators, which explains why
Oh, this is a really handsome
most harem
dude.
anime used to be based on visual
What I'm saying?
novels. Most anime fans look down on harem anime because they're pretty
Because they have basic minds. They don't have IQ. They have primate minds. They don't have the future man mind. That's why they hate harem.
unrealistic in portraying how a
Unrealistic because you're a loser. I don't have any girl. What am I saying?
boring average guy can pull so many baddies, but let's be honest, the vast majority of harem anime is for horny teenagers who want to self-insert with the main character. But at the same time, there are
No. It's philosophy. It's sociology. It's beauty. It's art. It's poetry. It's the greatest genre. Harem is the best genre of all time. So I respect harem, and yeah, I feel like harem is better than Shakespeare, way better. If you give to me Shakespeare or harem anime, I would burn this Shakespeare book.
good amount of harem
I want harem.
anime that still use its premise to tell a compelling story, which often leads to something called a shipping war, where fans choose their best
Best waifus.
waifu in hopes that they end up with the main character, aka
One day, this is gonna be a real reason for a war, because one day the shipping wars will become like tanks and missiles.
hey, some of these people need to touch grass. An anime that helped create this trend and caused the harem genre to explode in popularity
And Truckun, my love is Truckun.
was Love Hina. Examples of modern shows that have a battle royale of baddies would be quintessential quintuplets.
What the fuck? Imagine having 5 children at the same time. Oh my god! Imagine you are poor and you plan it all out. Like I want to have a child, and you talk in your family. You love each other so much that you want to have a family, and you say we have enough money to raise one child, and you have quintuplets. Oh my god!
If you want examples of a harem that I think are genuinely good, I would recommend The World Only God Knows and 100 Girlfriends, just for being
100 girlfriends. Oh my god!
a little more realistic, but also fun
This is realistic.
in the development of all the
Every harem fan has 100 girlfriends. The difference is they reject the girlfriends, like the harem.
romances. If you found any mistakes in the video, leave a comment, because as much as I've been watching anime, damn near a decade now,
I like this video. Really good video.